My name is Perla Pekitowski, and I am the Director of Growth and Engagement here at Fairfax Surrogacy. We're very excited today to welcome Alberto Perez. He's an intended father, and we're here to talk about his journey throughout the surrogacy and egg donation process. How are you doing, Alberto?
Hello, how are you, Perla?
I am good. It is so nice to have you with us here.
Thank you. Same here.
So we would love to learn about your experience throughout the surrogacy journey. You are a father to a beautiful 2-year-old, right?
Yes, Olivia.
So tell us a little bit about how was your process? We could start by talking about what you envisioned before you did your surrogacy journey. I would be curious to hear, when you decided to become a father through surrogacy and egg donation, and what your thoughts were and how different it was from what you envisioned initially.
So you know what, Perla? This is something that I have been wanted for a very long time to become a dad. And it's something that when I met Jesus, my husband, we were talking about it in the very first date, It sounds like almost crazy, but it is like that because family has an important role in our lives, and family means everything to us. So it's something that we wanted for our entire life. So at the very beginning, we thought about the idea of adoption first, but it was hard and with no guarantees. And because we are a gay couple, it's not a path easy for us. So even if right now we are still on the wait list for adoption, that we would love to have a kid in the future by adoption, we were like looking for another possibilities. So that's when we found about surrogacy. And after that, we fall totally in love with the whole process and how it works, how much information you have when you are choosing, for example, an egg donor, or just during the whole process, So yes, the good thing is like you know exactly where you are in every step and what's next, and having that control gives you the opportunity to breathe a little bit more. I don't know if you know what I mean. And of course, to have the chance to build an incredible relationship with your surrogate. So Elizabeth, that it's our surrogate, is not just a woman who gives birth to our kids. She's a person that is giving us the chance to bring our dream come true. So not every day you find someone that does that for someone else.
Yes, thank you for sharing that. It sounds like you always knew that you wanted to be parents, and it's fantastic that you are on a waiting list for adoption as well.
Yeah. So who knows in the future, but we have been waiting for almost 5 years now. So yeah, we are not expecting any news from our experience, but who knows?
Who knows? Like you said, hopefully not too much longer. But can you tell us a little bit about, obviously you needed 2 women to create your family. So let's talk about your surrogate. You have your embryos and you need a woman to carry your baby. Do you have any idea of what you would like to have in your surrogate?
Well, Perla, here was another important decision because it was the woman who will carry our baby. So that's the biggest responsibility that someone can have. But here we just ask for a surrogate that lives in a state where we both, my husband and I, could be on the birth certificate. And she must agree with us that if something happened with the baby and something goes wrong, if we had to take the difficult decision to terminate the pregnancy, she was with us. I don't know if you know what I mean. Because of course she's like a really important part of our team, but it's our baby and we would just wanted to have that opportunity to have the choice of design.
Yeah, that is completely understandable, right? You want to be able to make the best decision for your family based on the information that you have from the medical professionals at that time.
But we completed our profile, and once we got the first profile, we were like reading her profile about her family, and automatic we said like, okay, we want to meet her. It's like she's perfect with the first profile. So we like her on paper, but once we had our video call, it was like, okay, she's the one. We told her like, you are our Wonder Woman. So the pregnancy was just great, and our relationship with her, it's amazing, and now it's part of our family.
That is beautiful to hear. I mean, you're going to have such a long relationship with your surrogate throughout the process, and
I know.
that sense of closeness with the woman that is helping you have your family is just so important in this journey.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
so you met her, did you meet her via virtually first before you met her in person?
Yeah, because we were planning to go for the transfer, but we couldn't make it. So Jesus and I were getting married in March. So that year the COVID came, and it was just crazy. Actually, we were in Miami when everything was totally crazy, and right after Miami, we had planned to go to visit our surrogate. So we couldn't do it. So everything was via video calls and WhatsApp and all those kind of things.
Oh, that was unfortunate, wasn't it?
I
So
know.
many couples went through that. That was very difficult for everybody involved, the surrogates, the couples, and the professionals. Um, Hopefully we don't have to face anything like that ever again.
No way. No, please.
But it was especially difficult for couples traveling internationally and those ones who were expecting babies to be born around those dates. But I'm glad that we are here today and that we're talking about how you ended up having a daughter. So can you share what happens from your match till the embryo transfer? So how long did that take? Is that a fast process? Was that something like you envisioned, or did it take longer than you envisioned? How did that go?
Well, the thing is that we thought that it would be longer, but at that moment, before COVID, by then, it was like really quick, from the moment that we fill out our profile until we got the first profile. So yeah, it would take like 2 months or something like that.
So I'm just happy to hear that you were matched right before that happened and that it was a quick process. But how about after that? Once you were matched, how long did it take from there to get to an embryo transfer?
So once we had our match, it was like 4 months between medical clearance, the legal part, and get ready for the transfer. So yeah, it was like around 4 months. We met our surrogate. We met Elizabeth on September, and the transfer was in January.
That is wonderful. So it was a very efficient process, and I'm sure that everybody was very responsive and was able to complete all of the steps in a timely manner. So that is wonderful to hear.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
did she get pregnant on the first try?
Oh yeah, we still feel like really happy for that. We got pregnant on the first transfer, but after the transfer, the days were like so long. Like okay. But we were waiting for her to go to the clinic to confirm if she was pregnant. But after transfer, around 7 days after the transfer day, she was like texting us like, "Hey guys, can you make me a favor?" It's like, "Yeah, of course. What do you need?" It's like, could you translate something from Spanish to English, please?" It's like, "Oh yes, send it to me." It's like, "Okay." So what it is a lyric, or what do you need to translate? It's like, no, wait a minute, wait a second. So she sent us a picture, and it was a predictor with pregnant. So it was like crazy, for real. I remember I was working, and when I saw it, I just said to my coworkers like, "Okay, I'm right coming back." So I went to the street, and I was like screaming like crazy, like, "Ah, ah." So I was like calling her by video call. It was like, oh my gosh, for real. That was one of the happiest moments in my entire life.
That is so great to hear. So the 2 week wait was grueling, but then it wasn't really a 2 week wait. Though. You knew 7 days later that she was pregnant with the home pregnancy test.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness, what great news. So now what? Now she's pregnant. So how did you and Jesus prepare at home to receive your baby? And what were the logistics involved in getting ready to receive a baby through surrogacy?
So it was like a little bit crazy, and everything happened so fast. But we spent most of the time preparing Olivia's room and buying her like things. And I don't know, Perla. It was like we bought everything. Even things we didn't need. But yeah, it was like crazy, like buying things all the time. We were like shopping. I don't know. It was really cool. And when we had to travel, it was in the middle of the pandemic, so we had to prepare everything with enough time because we were talking with the US embassy. But they were like so kind to us, and they gave us all the permissions so we could make it.
So when did you make it? Did you make a couple of weeks before the due date? And tell us a little bit more about the big day when Olivia was born.
So the thing is, like, Elizabeth was feeling contractions. So we were like really worried. So we took a plane like a month before of the delivery day. So yes, but at least we could enjoy that time with her, with Elizabeth, and having the chance to know her a little better, in person this time. So it was pretty cool that pre-month before of the delivery day. And then at the hospital everything was really quick because she gave birth in, I don't know, like in 30 minutes. It was like push, 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 push. Okay, here's the baby. It's like, oh my God. So everything happened so fast, but we were able to be on the delivery room because at that point we weren't that sure because of the COVID. And I don't know, it's like something I could never describe. For real, Perla, it was amazing.
Yes, I can only imagine. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
How did you decide on Olivia's name? That's completely aside of surrogacy. Did you know her name since early on, or did you decide on it when she was born?
Well, it was something that we had like so clear because we were always saying like, okay, if it's a girl, it's gonna be Olivia, but if it's a boy, we have a problem, because we we didn't choose any name. Like, okay, so right now we are having a baby and we are still deciding the name, like, I don't know. We are not sure about the name yet, and we are on almost in 22 weeks of pregnancy.
Oh my goodness, I was gonna go there next, but before we get there, when Olivia was born, how long can you share with everybody? How long did you stay in the US? And Was it difficult to complete the paperwork? Do you have to do a lot before you went back home?
You know what? Not really. I mean, like we had to wait like a month after the delivery, after she was born. But it was like great because we were with her, just looking her like, oh my gosh, she's the cutest, you know. And that month was like I don't know, it was like flying. The time was flying. So we were in Ontario, in Oregon. We had to fly to San Francisco to get everything ready to come back to Spain. And we spent like a week or week and a half, something like that, there in San Francisco. But the lady from the embassy, the Spanish embassy, was adorable as well, and she was helping us like so much. So we were able to come back after a month. It was challenging, like with so many things, with the baby. I don't know, it was like really interesting. But we could meet with our family there at the airport. It was crazy because they were like jumping, like having a party there in the airport. So it was like a magic moment. So even if we were like I don't know, like crazy with the crib, with the stroller, with the baby, with everything, it was amazing.
And you probably saw them and said, oh, help, yes.
Like here, baby.
Oh my goodness, what a blessing, what a blessing. And you had a pretty smooth journey despite COVID. You were matched quickly, 4 months to embryo transfer. That doesn't always happen, but that is what we want to happen, right? And that's what we hope to happen.
Yeah.
Did you have any problems? And this is a question that I get, from international intended parents, and I'm sure you do as well. Any problems when you got back home? I mean, your baby would have an American passport. Your names were in the birth certificate. No problems, right?
No problems at all. Both of us were on the birth certificate. That's awesome. But the thing is, we had to go to the embassy, to the Spanish embassy first, because of the COVID. We couldn't get the passport, the American passport. So we came back home with like an Spanish, like a Spanish document that it said like, okay, this baby is able to travel. But once here in Spain, we could take her passport, an American passport, with no problem at all.
Excellent, excellent.
So she got like two nationalities, like the Spanish one and American one.
Perfect. That's good. That's good. So many options for her, right? Now, you are expecting a second baby?
Yes.
Yes. I would imagine you had frozen embryos left. And how soon did you decide to go on to your next journey?
Well, it's something that we have like clear, like we wanted to have 2 kids, and it's like, okay, now it's the moment. Olivia was like a year and a half or something like that. It's like we have to start to thinking about doing the other process. So it was like really, really quick as well, because we had embryos, and we are having our surrogate, our amazing surrogate, Elizabeth, helping us again. So it was like really easy.
Oh my goodness, and what did he do?
Well, you know what? I feel actually like terrible, because this second journey is much calmer than the first one. And sometimes I feel guilty, like, I don't know, because with Olivia, we were like so worried about everything. And with this second journey, it is like, I'm okay, we are having a baby and it's amazing, but I don't know, I'm not just that worried. I think that maybe Olivia keeps us like really busy, so we don't have enough time to get worried about that.
And it changes from your first baby to your second baby. And I don't know if everybody out there would agree, but my own experience is the first time is also new and so unexpected. And you are a parent for the first time and you're learning. And so you're a little bit more relaxed typically with the second one. So it's not only for surrogacy, but in general, I think. But
Okay, you make me feel like better now. You're making me feel better. Yeah.
it's a parent, right? And so when is the expected delivery? What month?
January. Yeah, in the middle of January next year.
Well, and that is really exciting. Is there anything that you would change, that you would do differently? You know, you've had a first, both journeys have gone smoothly, but is there anything that you think that you've done differently this time around outside of being a little bit more relaxed?
Well, Perla, I think that I wouldn't change absolutely nothing because for real, I'm telling you the truth. You learn with everything, good and not all those good things, but we feel we are so lucky because we are able to have a beautiful daughter, and now we are in another process to give her a little brother. And I don't know, like all the decisions that we took, they take us here. So I don't think I wouldn't change anything.
Well, that's good to know. And do you have any words of wisdom to other people that are trying to have a family through egg donation and surrogacy? Is there any advice that you can share from your own personal and professional experience?
Like get around people that they are passionate about surrogacy. Not just this is not something. This is not can. I don't know how to explain this. This cannot be just a business. You must feel that you are accompany someone else. Like if you are part of that couple, of a couple, I don't know how to explain this, Perla, but just like get around people, that they really feel like what they're doing.
People that are really connected and personal about your journey and really invested in helping you create.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, Alberto, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us and share your experience.
No, anytime. I would love to keep like talking to you, and like I don't know, like our process is going.
Yes, we would love to know that. We would love to share with the Fairfax family and anybody who's looking to create their family through egg donation and surrogacy. We want to educate, we want to share, and we are here for you if you have any questions. Thank you again, and we look forward to hearing more good news about your baby boy on the way.
Thank you so much, Perla.
Thank you, Alberto. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.